How's it going, guys? You can see I moved into my hallway here. We've removed all of the old carpet, but what's left is that cat back there. But what was left is all of these holes here left by the tack strip. So in some places the hole goes underneath the baseboard. So I wanted to show you how I remove the baseboards, and then I'll go in and fill these in. But let's get to it. I'll show you how I remove the baseboards in my slippers. So pretty much all you're going to need is a really sharp blade. So if your putty scraper is sharp enough, that's great. I like using these guys here because it's got a nice little angle to it so you can put pressure down and cut across. Always use sharp blades. Remember, a dull blade is a dangerous blade. So yeah, something with a sharp blade because you got to score across the top of the boards. And then I like to use two of these guys to kind of pound down and force the board out. And of course, when you're doing any pounding, you're going to need one hammer, brah. Just going to start from this end here. Put it at a nice little angle, start cutting. Alright, and next you want to start at the ends, because if you start in the middle, it's almost like you're pulling both sides. So if you just come in on one side and give it some wax. Quick pull there, you can see the separation. That's when I get my two-bladed attack in. And just kind of go to town. You'll feel the nails that are going in here, but they're just punched straight in there with the nail gun, so it should come off pretty easy. And there you go. So I'm going to reuse these baseboards, so I got to remove the old nails, of course, right? And all you got to do is pound it from this side. And it's going to make a hole on the other side like this when you take it out. But all you got to do is patch it up with some putty or even some drywall compound and then sand it down and then pin it back over. And you'll be set to go. Save some money! Sometimes when you pull up the baseboards, you're going to get one of these nails stuck in the actual wall itself. You just get your kind of hammer in here, use the claw portion, and yank it out. I'm going to be filling the holes with this Pro Select Ready Mix concrete patch. So I'm going to use the small putty knife to get it out of here and then just kind of smash it over with one of these guys. So just like you're making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you're going to get in here, get yourself a nice little dollop. Just give it a good smash in there. Kind of flatten that out some with that. A little bit more. Give it a good kind of flattening over. And of course, the less you use, the more the less you're gonna have to sand out. So try to keep that as thin as possible. Let's do another one in here real quick here. We can do a couple more. Do that one there. And that's it, guys. It's really easy. So you just get your hammer, you pound one of these guys down there, and you're set to go. Now the only other things I can think of worth mentioning is when you're trying to smooth over the top with one of these guys, you want to make sure that you keep the trowel clean, because as you go along, the concrete or whatever it is you're using is going to dry and create high spots on the blade. So all you got to do is wash it down so that when you kind of drag it over the top, it ends up smooth. The second thing I want to mention is I'm going to be using this guy here. So this is a diamond pad that fits on a Dremel. This is what I'm going to be using to kind of smooth over the rough spots on the patches I'm doing. This really helps keep the dust down. If you use one of those angle grinders, you're going to get shit everywhere, and that person back there is not going to like it. Well, guys, I hope you found it useful. Catch you next time.